Qu'est-ce qui est unique au travail de vigneron? Est-ce que tu vois une différence par rapport aux autres travaux?
L'agriculture, c'est quelque chose, c'est un métier où c'est pour produire quelque chose, c'est quelque chose de concret, si tu veux.
Small towns in the middle of the French countryside get full and vibrant. Hundreds of people come every year to the green landscapes of Villemorgon. They all search for the same thing: grapes. The vendange is a one-year happening.
En quoi le moment des vendanges, c'est un moment particulier de toute la chaîne de production?
Ah bah, les vendanges, c'est le moment crucial de la récolte.
The work of the whole year is concentrated in this one and only product.
C'est comme ça, c'est comme n'importe quel métier que les gens sont passionnés. Le vin, c'est quelque chose, c'est un produit de partage. C'est une satisfaction personnelle. On a bien travaillé ou qu'on vend bien notre vin. Voilà.
French towns are fluted up in cool and floating dews, and with the same golden gleam of an awakening, farmers, tractors, camping people, dogs, and working families welcome the new day. The dark grapes will become the fine wine of dining tables all around the world.
Est-ce que ce que tu fais, en plus de l'appeler un travail, est-ce que tu l'appellerais une passion?
C'est une passion. C'est un travail, mais qui est une passion. Et c'est très dur, c'est toute l'année qu'on doit.
This happening is not only a step in the wine production. This happening is an encounter of multi-directional desires. The wine grapes crossroad each one's lives and convert them all, at least for a couple of weeks, in actual land workers. Hard physical work is a constant, satisfaction is the drive, but where does it come from?
C'est plus facile de se lever le matin, d'aller travailler quand tu es passionné. Tout simplement. Celui qui va à l'usine tous les matins, tu tires la jambe. Nous, on est bien, on a la nature, on a le Mont Blanc. On peut pas se plaindre.
Ouais.
Family is one of the first mirrors to tell us who we are. Family brings us in the first encounters with the world and gives us the first tools for its translation. We learn how to see the world through certain eyes. We learn how to feel with certain organs. We become selective and start deciding for the variant of ourselves we learn to like the most. We start feeling joy while becoming who we ought to. The eyes we learn to wear delight us with reflections of myself doing right. Family throws us to the catapulting arena of disturbances. Disturbances are contained in vessel words, shouting, daughter, son, husband and wife. Whispers of pride, shame or guilt mold us for the sake of their correctness. Family, the first preventer of disorder, its habit. Repeated recognition is moral reflection, perpetual loop mastering the cyclic becoming of who others and ourselves expect us to be. But from the virtual possibilities they suggest us to turn into, who we actually become stays under the objective assessment of chance, values, and the first higher order sensation, love. Family enables us to play with the dissipative potential of childhood under the canalizing limits of a caring structure.
Comment Me sentí muy en casa.
¿Y crees
Y la gente te hace sentir en casa y que cada uno puede vivir con sus cosas. Cada uno hace su vida, hace lo que sé hacer, lo que sabe hacer y vive.
in constant movement through and with its members.
Pienso que fue el encuentro de dos sueños de viaje.
I have to add something. We were born in the city, big city, so we don't have any roots. For me, it was still a bit superficial.
what kind of deepness you think you were searching for?
Meaning?
Meaning?
The meaning of life. Like the Monty Python, meaning of life.
Family is the names it exerts on them. However, family is crisis. And not because it's bad, but because it changes. Revolution is imminent. Its crisis shows its permanent degree of freedom, canalizing houses hold the full potential of becoming, while enabling a loving perspective of the world. Family is an agreement of dependence, a limiting game of chance, physical conditions of randomness, under the accompanying chorus of belonging.
How was it for you, like, to taking decisions together? That moment.
Natural, very natural. Loving surprises, Suddenly, oh, okay, don't not getting bothered by situation, just flowing, go on with our nature, okay?
She was pregnant.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Nobody told me
wasn't-
how it was happening. We had opportunity. It's responding to what life offers.
So it was not like we were deciding against this normal family life.
No, it was for what we were just loving to travel. Moving was part of the education. It's so important. They can learn so easily. So it's so rich at this age. That's why I don't understand why we keep children seated on chairs and tables and looking at blackboard and having days of feed information and give. I can't understand that. Children, they need to move and breathe and see culture and speak, be living beings, no? Not being soldiers that are fed of information.
What would you say moves your body with the biggest intensity?
I think I really come back to this word, harmony. But what would make me very happy is people to find people in harmony.
So now I feel like I have to run for me, for now.
What keeps me awake and happy to awake and do things, it's feeling the joy to create. For me, it's creativity, to feel it alive, creativity. I can create my life, I can create things and share those things. We don't learn to be confident. We have such a huge power of creating our life and the world around.
A body has functions. But what happens if you break these expectations and become a flying object?
¿Estás filmando su pie? Pie de gran varón.
Objectivity is to actualize a dream in the body that exists. Imagine pictures turned into practice. The body transforms. Impossibility becomes imagination. But no impossibility can be seen under the gaze of a growing potential. Endless actualization is expanding the reality of becoming. Rules, advices, repeated voices of disapproval will try to keep dreams within the walls of our heads. But our heads have no walls. They are metastable cosmic matter designed to fly the universe and laugh about the gods. Dismissing patterns of correctness, new names for my history are conceived. A new sun attracts my magical becoming and makes me sensible for this new form of gravity. The force is not compulsion, it's my flow towards the light. My glow is the sum of all celestial bodies that enlighten me. I am incandescence reforming my old layers, and I just learn how to love my melting self. Perhaps addiction, distractions are blinded under the anthem of a glorious light. It's limitative, it's propelling, it's unmoral. Fixed identities, somebody's, nobody's choose for me are buried, and my fortune for free action is liberated. I decided to choose to become other, to throw myself into the vortex of self-invention. To throw myself into the vortex of self-invention. I become a monster. Not an evil presence in the world. Monstrosity is the incarnation of a super being, swimming in an ocean of dreams, chance, and experience, drifting towards its wished insanity. Delirium sets in. A normal self stops existing. I am now a flying bird. I am not anymore what I should be. I am the monstrosities I dare to dream myself into.
This is one of the most important animals.
giving up the decision for diversity and for living matter we opted to call food. This freedom is about letting us and our food become something else. Under the contingencies of a renouncing world to its right to choose, resistance becomes a necessity. Valorizing autonomy in reproduction, saying no to a life dictatorship, transforming homogeneous normality into a sensational diversity. A community that stands for making seats available. Seats for eating, seats for becoming other, positioning variety within the pleasures of a sensual life. Taking responsibility for its own satisfaction production. Accepting sensibility as a life guide and making desire our method. It must be sensual, a fusion of corporal and intellectual intensities, the production of pleasure the whole body wants to live. Bodies cannot stop desiring. Staying the same or changing the same, both are forms of desire. But there is one that allows us to change the world as we know it. Mess and madness rethought, listening to the alarms of an imposed affection, is to glorify mutation into an unpredicted monster, developing a new collective sensibility. To get sick from the contented sedative normality and to fuse with the body's constraints to sameness, accepting instability as a self-invention. Freedom is not flawless. Freedom is a tension between paths of will, and becoming is not intentional, it's directional. It is responding with a movement of alienated possibilities, creating new spaces of singular traversing bodies and denouncing imposed similarity in terms of its squashed generality. To dare to see uniqueness in a world of circulating everydays. Believing in the expansion of the self over the dominion of common sense habits. We are singular and our body is collective in its condition of emergence and in its future tendency. To increase the degrees of freedom is to imagine zones of undomesticated bodies. Unleashing the capacity to perceive and act, to affect and to be affected. Becoming other is political. It is embracing collective sensibility for the sake of new orbits of movement. Away from repeated sameness into an expanding future. We don't want to resemble the same. We want to recompose nature. widening contagious domains of interference and choosing only those prefabricated paths that foster our level of creativity. Mess and madness stand for a playground for unexpected collisions, where change is the constant and mutation is imminent. We can enter a void of new political imagination, revolution as a polyrhythmical happening, dancing to the pace of historical versions of correctness, moving bodies through unorthodox aesthetics of desiring.